to be honest with yourself, right? It's just like, am I willing to sacrifice what it really takes? And a lot of the times it's like, nah. I think I've reached artistic enlightenment. No, really, I'm pretty sure I did. I remember when I started off and I was a musician, I really was trying to get good. I remember when I was 19 in the year of our Lord 2011, I was like, let me just get really good at making music. I'd been rapping as a kid. I'd been rapping in middle school, high school, and never really took it seriously. I was just having fun. It was a hobby. It's 2011, and I'm in college. And I remember it was spring break, March 2011, and I was in a dorm with 3 rooms, and there were 2 people per room. That was like an apartment kind of suite, but it was like basic dorms, but they were just cramming motherfuckers in there. Everyone was gone for spring break, and I was in the dorms, chilling, not upset, doing my thing. And one day, I remember it was about the week of or the week after Mac Miller Best Day Ever came out. R.I.P. the boy. That came out, and I was like, you know what, I want to rap. I just want to make some raps for fun again. And I wrote just some quick little bullshit rap on a piece of paper. Not left-handed, I'm using my left hand, but right-handed. I actually wrote it out, pencil and paper, and I recorded it on my iMac, but I had to stand up while recording it into the top of the iMac, because if you know, on iMac, the speaker is on the top of the iMac, so I was like standing on top of it, holding this piece of paper. You can hear the wrinkles while I'm rapping it. It was really fun, and it really just brought back that passion for wanting to record, not just write and not just rap, but record it. I was hooked. I just started writing again consistently. I'm in class, film school, writing, passing my classes, doing what I need to do, but not really caring about the filmmaking process, which I like filmmaking. Obviously, clearly, I'm using my camera right now and I'm going to edit this, etc. But film was the first art form that I fell in love with, but then music became number one and has been number one since. And so basically, in college, I was just getting ready on getting the reps really good, just wanting to get the reps. I started as a rapper and I had producer homies, but none of my producer homies were making beats at the frequency that I needed them. Because I'm trying to, all right. No. You gotta get out of here. No. Stop it. So anyway, get out of here. So anyway, before I was really interrupted by the cat. It's not my cat. He's a cool cat sometimes. Most of the time, he's a piece of shit. It's all right, though. Anyway, back to the story. I really just wanted to get good at reps. And as a rapper who was starting to produce my own stuff because I was trying to go, that was really interesting to start from scratch. I had some musical ability, played piano when I was a kid, and took piano lessons briefly. But this was interesting. Back in 2012, when I first started producing on YouTube, there was not nearly as much stuff as there is now. And there was stuff, but yeah, you still had to do some work. And I had my Logic Pro, I think I had it cracked or someone gave it to me. I don't really remember. I think the homie gave it to me. We only use Logic because that's what he used. That's just, you use what your friends use. I remember when I wanted to get my first beat machine, it was a machine, the Native Instruments machine, spelled MASCHINE, I believe. The first time that I got that, I believe it was 2012, yes. And basically, long story short, I was supposed to send in rent for $800, and I think the beat machine was like $700 or $800. I told them that I sent it and it got lost, but basically ended up having to pay that. Of course, can't really skip out on rent. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, it was stupid, but I got a beat machine, and I just used rent money to get a beat machine basically, and it was stupid, but it worked out in the end. It was fine. Everything was fine. That's reckless bullshit that you do when you're, I don't know, 20 or something. Irregardless. Yeah, I definitely was putting in the reps and learning production. And I remember the time it took for me to get good at production, or at least when I say good, I mean, I actually feel like, okay, I'm making some progress. This isn't trash, I think it took me maybe 4 or 5 months to start making stuff that I was like, oh, okay, this isn't horrible, this actually, people will want to rap on it and stuff. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun to learn and just go in and make a bunch of stuff. Over the years, you try to do so much yourself, right? As an indie artist, produce and write and rap and mix and master And each skill just takes so much time to learn, and it's fun. It's fun for sure, but it just takes a lot. And you start to see the people that succeed, because I wanted to start making money from my music. I was like, okay, how do I market it? What's the whole music industry business side? You're doing all the research on the BMIs and the ASCAPs and the this, that, and the third, and the Spotify, the playlisting. The game's changed over the years, but you realize when you decide, okay, when you make the decision, like, okay, I want to be a musician, you find out, when you fuck around and find out, you see like, oh, this is a lot of work. And then you think you know how much work it is. Or you're like, oh, wait, it's twice that much. And then you get to that and you think you knew. And you're like, no, it's twice. It just keeps being more work than I thought it was going to be. Which, hey, again, like, it depends how badly you want it, right? You get to a point where you see people surpass you and you're just like, what am I not doing? And then later on you realize, yeah, you weren't working nearly hard enough. And it's okay. It's quite all right. But in those moments, you're just like, what the hell is going on? Why am I not moving as fast or at a certain pace that I want? It's like, yeah, you just realize that some people are just outworking you, and it's crazy what they sacrifice. I think that's what I learned. It's just like, yo, people sacrifice so much. And I think it's just they sacrifice more than I'm willing to sacrifice. You have to be honest with yourself, right? It's just like, am I willing to sacrifice what it really takes? And a lot of the times it's like, nah. It's interesting. It's personal battle with yourself, or it's definitely something that everyone tends to go deep with. You have to really ask yourself. But yeah, over the years, you just ask yourself. I would ask myself, okay, is this what I really want? Am I really doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, etc. I just know I like to make music. I can tell you now that it's 2025, almost 2026. I'm recording YouTube videos like this because I'm trying to build my brand and lean into what I'm good at, which is talking and telling stories and making people laugh. So this is just me trying to dive into my skills. As you can see, I don't have a microphone. I'm using my iPhone. I think this frame looks nice. I got my monitor on top of my camera, so I keep looking up like this. I definitely feel at this point that I have reached enlightenment in the sense that I don't really care how my music is perceived. I obviously would love to blow up tomorrow. I would love for my songs to just all hit like the billions of streams of whatever, and it just goes crazy. I mean, actually, I don't know if I'd want to be super famous, but I would love for, I would love for a lot of attention on my music and for people to say it's good. And even people to say it's bad, but just to have a lot of listeners, that'd be cool. But however, I know I'm not doing the required work to get to that, and that's okay. I'm honest with myself. I just like to release music consistently. I've been in Fader magazine a couple of times. That's a whole different story. I have video on that. I've made viral content in several niches multiple times across all platforms. Not all, but like the main platforms. But, I've definitely I've had a 10-year career in videography and video editing. I've acted in movies and TV shows. I've had some cool stuff that I've done, definitely. It's like every time that I'm trying something or attempting a goal or a mission, I'm learning along the way. And that's fun. That's cool. That's what life's all about, right? Experience. Experience can't take the money with you when you're gone, so what are you going to take with you? And I guess you can't take the memories with you anyway, or can you? I don't know. The whole point is, I feel that I'm at a place now where I'm creating because I love to create. That's it. I'm just creating because I love to create, and I stay consistent. I mean, I've dropped at least one project per year for the last 13 years. At least one project. I mean, usually it's more than that. I think even since COVID, it's been probably an average of like 15 songs a year at least, maybe more. So, we have fun, we get better. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with this channel. I want to serve with my music production tutorials / process walkthrough videos. They do really well on TikTok when I show my process and help people with tips. So I'm going to do long form of that on here, and then also just me talking like this because I like how it looks. I think it's going to sound decent enough, and I think I have valuable things to say and share. I feel enlightened. I hope you can feel enlightened too. If you have any questions or concerns, anything that's bothering you with the music making process, drop a comment below. If you have anything good that happened to you and you want to share it and it might help someone else on their journey, you can comment below. If you just want to call me an egghead, peanut head, you can say that too. I don't care. You can hate on me. You can do whatever you want. Comment section is free for anyone to get buck. Consider subscribing if you want to see more. That's all I got for y'all. See you in the next video. Peace.